quit, I was pretty much done. So it wasn't like I was forcing myself to do it. It was something that I was just doing out of natural causes. I could not do it anymore. So I'm glad that I've made it this far and that I can help people. We do outreach once a week at the homeless camps in Dorchester Park. And I just wanted to mention, a couple things that in this town are overlooked, and that is, drug addiction, mental health, and homelessness. So anything that we can do to help that situation and shine some light on what's really going on in this town would be great. So keep your voices loud when it comes to things like that. It's very important. But we offer a lot of resources. I'm going to let James talk about that here in a second, but we do inpatient, sober living, and everything under the sun that we can do to help people get into recovery and stay there. So there is one thing I did want to mention too, that I'm starting kind of a new program where I give people dog tags after they finish my course. The dog tags say Life's Boot Camp Survivor, and it's something that I think is significant. Even after the 3 months of my curriculum, I really like to give people something to hold on to and something, that reminds them of what they're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to James and let him tell you a little bit about sober living, how we can get you into inpatient therapy and help you get it paid for. Thanks.
Hi, my name is James Mobley, and I'm a criminal justice peer navigator under the State Opioid Response Grant. I'm also a recovery coach along with Brian. And what we do is meet people where they're at. And we can do that because I was a meth addict for 22 years, and I was homeless the last 2.5 years. I went through drug court, and that's how I started to get sober. I had never been sober while I was an adult, so I was sentenced to detox, and it took me 8 days before I could actually pass a UA to get into the sober living. And that's really where my life changed, was sober living. I've never been to inpatient, so sober living, I had to watch what other people did, and they were my example, and that's how I got clean and sober, and I'm 5 years clean and sober now. I'm also been appointed to the Opioid Crisis Recovery Funds Advisory Committee by the governor. I just bought a house. Recovery is my life. I live it every day, and part of being a recovery coach is finding a safe place for people to go. And for me, that's sober living, because I know what it's like to be from the street. And I went into sober living, and I was scared. I was hopeless. I didn't know any other way besides drugs. And they showed me another way. This gentleman was a role model for me. And he turned me on to Frisbee golf, which is something I need to get back into, but that's another story. So we have funding to help people get into sober living and to pay for it. And we work with most of the sober livings here in Colorado Springs. So if you're looking for a safe place and you're ready to get off the street and you're ready to give up drugs and alcohol, give us a call. That's all I got. Thank you. Is that good?